What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com. And in the last Dynasty video, we took on Boise State, and as you can tell by the score, we had no real issues there. Outside of the first quarter, they had that goofy touchdown, which shouldn't have counted, but it did. As the first time that I've ever seen a glitch like that. But as you can tell by the rest of the game, we had no big problems taking care of Boise State. So we are 4-0. 13th in the country. We're just moving right up to the top 25. And today we're taking on Louisiana Tech. Now, we've had no real issues with this team during this dynasty. As you can tell, we have more talent than they do. They do like to throw the ball quite a bit, so we'll adjust to that. So we're going to see a lot of passing yards today for both teams, unless we can shut that down. So before we get into that, let's go to recruiting. And the day is a big day for recruiting. We got Tyree Glover is coming today for a visit. Program prestige is what he's after, so that's what we are going to go with for him. And then this defensive tackle, Antonio Russell, he likes program prestige, so we'll stick with that. So we should get both of these commitments today, unless we lose. But make sure you stay to the end of the video so we can get those guys nailed down. Then after that, I'll have 100 points to play with, and I may be able to put some effort into like one of these last four guys right here. We'll just see how that goes. We can look and see where we are at. Like, we're at the bottom for this James Mitchell wide receiver. We're still at the very top for this quarterback. I would love to have him, but he can't throw worth a lick. It just doesn't fit what we do offensively. I mean, like, he really wants to come to our school, but I'm not going to take him. We just don't need him. And then guard Jeremy Bowling. We're at the bottom of his list, but I'll use those points somehow. Maybe we can get one of these guys, whoever is left over. We do have another defensive tackle that we can look at, 6'1", 310, Danny Pascal. I guess that's how you say his name. And we got a positive pitch there, but I'm still going to put all of my eggs into the Russell and Glover baskets until we get both of them to commit, which was the plan from the beginning. Now let's go to Sports Illustrated. Heisman Watch. So we have three guys on the list now. Grant went down a little bit. Coker must have had a killer game. And he had 4 touchdowns. Again, touchdowns is kind of a big deal in this game, unless you put up crazy yards like we done with Gronky last season. But Grant's still on the list. Washington has moved into the top 5. I guess he has enough touchdowns and yards to warrant recognition here. And then Gronky is in 5th place. So a lot of this will be shuffled back and forth throughout the season, just depending on how all these guys do. Let's go to conference standings, and we can check out our team info screen. Nothing crazy here to look at. Pretty consistent. Gronky, Scruggs, and Grant. LaFew, Ingram, and Doherty. That's all stayed pretty much the same. We can check out Louisiana Tech. They're at the very bottom of this list. They got a wide receiver out who appears to be their top receiver. They got a defensive tackle out. Their quarterback's putting up decent numbers. 12 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. That's a good ratio. And their last game, they got beat by New Mexico State. Now, before we get into the game, I want to talk about a couple of things. One, I forgot to do this, but I went the coach options. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the 4-3. I just work better with that front compared to the 3-4. I've been trying to experiment with some things the last few games, and it just hasn't really worked out. And that's all I'll kind of say about that. So I'll go back, and there's a couple things I'm going to use from some of the advice I've been getting recently. I'll be able to sprinkle some of that in. But what I want to do personally, I think it just works out best if I do the 4-3, because the 3-4 is just really hard in this game, unless you got just a killer defensive line, and even then it could be pretty tough, especially against the run. So I'm going to go back to the 4-3. We will recruit to that going forward. The last thing I wanted to show you was I need to fix this. We can go ahead and do this now. It's my defensive audibles. I need to make a switch here. I still want to use some of this stuff I've been learning lately. I'm still going to go cover 2 man for 4-3. We can do this right here. And for the nickel, I don't mind doing that as nickel. So what we can do is I still want to try some of this stuff. We'll go nickel here, and I'll do something like that. Cover 2, 3, and I'll put something right here. We'll probably go 4 3/4 just in case I hit the wrong button or something. But I'm okay with that. We'll see how much I use it in terms of just the audibles and such. But we're going to save that. That's just saving the profile, so that shouldn't take too long. And then we'll get right into the game. We'll speed this up a little bit. Looks like somebody is in trouble, and it is our left tackle, Big Bo McCray. We can see what he done. Cheating on an exam is grounds for expulsion. We were able to talk the dean out of that by saying that we were going to suspend him and have him retake the exam. His player discipline is an F, apparently. The first time I've ever seen him get into trouble, though. Let's go back and look at our roster really quick and see if we can get by without him. You know, he is our best offensive lineman. I just wanted to see right here. He's going to be out. It is going to be a drop-off. All soon will take his spot, or it's either that or Lumpkin, or it's maybe one of these guys. We can go look at the depth chart. It's a big drop-off after that. So let's look here and see what we can do adjustment-wise. Spencer and Steinoff, we can try. Austin's at right tackle. Spencer, we can do something like that and put our left tackle right there. Let's see what's the difference here. Pass blocking, yes, Spencer is just a much better blocker in general, especially on the pass block. So he could be our left tackle for the next game or so. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with McCray. We'll look at that. That's a big offense, but all I care about is that bar at the top. So what we can do is go to game, and we can go down to maybe 2 games. We're already down to like 9 points left. Let's do 1 game. Man, that's tough. We just don't have enough points. I guess I need to crank up my discipline points later on in the off season. Let's just do a game. That's fine. Hopefully we won't see too much of a drop-off there today. Looks like Louisiana Tech has a couple of guys out due to suspension. A tight end, another wide receiver. Are they going to have any talent to work with at wide receiver today? They're 85th in the country. And it looks like we have a night game.
Greetings from EA Sports. I'm Brad Nessler, and alongside me are Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit.
Looks like we should have good weather unless the wind is crazy, and it is not, which is good.
This college football season continues to roll on, and
pretty big disparity. Discrepancy, I should say. Hopefully we will have no issues today. Have a much cleaner game than we've had the last couple games, especially on defense. Who are they going to highlight? Probably Gronky, and they are. He's had a great season. He's leading the country in yards and in touchdowns. Wasn't really expecting that. I guess we've had a couple of games where it's just been crazy in the stat department. And they're picking us as expected. They went heads, and they won the toss, and they want to receive it, which is fine. Let's go and check out Louisiana Tech's offense. Or team in general. Quarterback, 72 speed. Not a whole lot to work with there. And guess what? Another impact halfback we got to go up against. That's 4 in a row. Nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. Hopefully we can stop that. Now, thankfully, they like to throw the ball quite a bit. But because they have an impact halfback, they may want to run the ball more than usual. But they got a really good wide receiver. This guy's out, and they got another guy out. So they got a good little receiving core for the conference. Shane Womack. Tight end, look, they actually got really 2 good tight ends, 84 and 80. Look at this guy, 82 speed. He's out for the day, thankfully. Look how big he is, and look how fast. 261 pounds and 82 speed is rare. But their starter, who's a first-teamer in the conference, seems to be doing okay. I'm guessing he'll get the ball some today. You look at their offensive line, everybody looks to be in the 70s, so maybe we can take advantage of that. They run a 3-4 defense, 68 and 76 on the ends, 1 okay defensive tackle. Linebackers, 80 and 74 at middle linebacker, then a impact guy at the right outside linebacker. Corners, nothing good at all. 70 overall. They got one guy that's kind of tall. But you get down below here, and it gets really rough for them really quick. So maybe we could take advantage of that today. A very bad free safety. True freshman. He's really tall, but he's not very fast. I can see Washington having a chance on him. And a strong safety. Just nothing special. Bad kicker. True freshman. True freshman, a punter who's also bad. Okay. I think we're ready to roll. They got two impact guys back there. I'm going to take a chance first. We'll just see if we can play good defense on our kickoffs. But having two impact guys back there, anything's possible. That's a good stop there. Now, I'm just going to assume they are going to run a lot, or they're going to pass the ball quite a bit. One thing I do want to do is, I'm going to go to formation subs. Yes. No, depth chart. That's where I want to go. Since we're going back to the 4-3, I want to make sure my defensive tackle situation is okay. We only got 3 guys, but we need a couple other guys here. For example, I just want to make it... That's so weird. They got Oliver as a 52 overall, better than Foster and whatnot. Let me go 294. I'm just making sure my bigger guys are back here. It looks like they are. So we'll do that. Because you see, we got a lot of defensive ends that are humongous. I just want to make sure we were okay there at least. And didn't mean to do a full on going play action here. Fumble. And they got the ball. I'll still use some 3-4 whenever the opportunity arises. Good sack. Somebody got to him. Couldn't tell who. Oh, Ingram, our impact defensive end. Let's see if we can get a good possible thumbnail opportunity. That was okay. Second and forever. Let's go 3-4 quarters.
It's second down and a long ways to go. Ball on the 25. Kearney is back in the gun.
Do something like this. That's a good stop. So it's what, 3rd and 10? 3rd and 9. We'll go Cloud. So a bunch of passing out of the gate, which I kind of expected. Even though I think their halfback needs to touch the ball some today. I'm sure he will. Thank the Lord he had a bad throw. Great play by the quarterback right here. I didn't even use the speed button. I just tried to get close to him so he can get the tackle. But I guess I didn't get close enough. Maybe... it almost looked like I scraped that ball a little bit. Let's get the ball on offense for the first time. And see if we can get our first lead of the day. I don't have to make any offensive adjustments. I've kind of handled that one outside of the game. Unless I'm forgetting something. I don't think I am. Let's start off with curl read. We're going zone nickel. We'll leave this as is. I may have a stretch from Rackley.
The Warriors with 4 receivers. They'll throw on first down.
Get a first down with Washington. I think they went cover 3 there. We'll stay in the right side and go triangle. They're going man. They're blitzing the inside guy. We got a lot of opportunity here. What I'm going to do is something like this. We'll see if Rackley can have a chance. Otherwise, we'll probably go to Washington on the left. Davis. I'm sorry. It went to Davis, not Washington. Good catch. It wasn't the best throw in the world. Let's go tight end delay. Zone 3-4. We can do something like this. Try to pick up a first down. Intercepted. Ooh. We didn't. Holding. Holding. I bet it's our left tackle, Spencer. Alsoon, our right tackle. 2nd and 13. Let me try. Let's go streak. I don't call this too often because I don't think our offensive line can handle it too much, but we'll give this a shot. Oh, good catch. Not a very good throw at all. He had to come back for it. Great play by the freshman. Absolute monster. All-American. I think he's going to shatter some records here by the time it's all said and done. Let's go tight end streaks. They're going man. That impact linebacker may be on Grant on this play, but we'll see what happens. Going one high. Much better throw to Washington. This may be a touchdown. Great block by one of the receivers on the top end. I don't know if anybody noticed that. They may show that here. It's not going to be a very good angle, but somebody got blocked on the back end. That's a good start. We'll kick an extra point. We'll get back on defense. We still have an impact kicker. I think I may... I should have missed that, but when you have an impact kicker, he can make up for it. I'm going to kick it like normal. Our defense was great on the last kickoff. This is not going to be a good kick. Short-armed it, or short-legged it. I guess if that's even a term. They are going 4 wide. We'll go quarters out of nickel. I'm going to play a ton of zone today. It's just in my best interest to do so, because I think they're going to throw more than run. But they... Watch them run right here. Ooh, good tackle, Al. I thought he was going to blow right by me. Gets 5 out of it, though. They're going 5 wide here. I need to check my corners. I normally don't run much dime because it's super hard to find 4 corners that are at least halfway decent. Okay, it's not too bad. So I think it's doable. So let's do some dime. Let's do quarters out of dime.
It's 2nd down and 5 to go. Ball on the 30. The Bulldogs.
Get to see some guys we don't normally get to see, like this kid right here that I'm using. Good catch. I got in front of it, but not close enough. Looks like we're going to stay in quarters quite a bit. They still seem determined to throw it. Good little slant. Over the middle. That's one of the weaknesses of the quarters coverage. I'll stay in quarters again. I have a feeling he's going to throw a pick in time. Wide open over there. I can't defend both. I can only defend one or the other. They're going right down the field on us. Let's try. I'm just going to... Let's do this cover 3. I want to do a blitz from this guy right here.
Louisiana Tech comes out in the shotgun. He's looking for his man. Complete.
Terrible. That's my fault. Bad position all around on that one. So it looks like they're determined to score right here. They're making it look easy.
Let's see if they can punch this one in. On a pitch out.
There we go. Almost got the face mask. It looked like it was going to be. I'm going to go with an all-out blitz here. They're bringing everybody. I'm guessing they are going to do something like this. They're going to go out to the right on this one. Told you. That's that off-tackle play from gun normal. 3rd and goal from the 9. We could try cloud. I don't know how effective it'll be because we don't have a whole lot of room to work with. Ah, somebody get to him. Just got to him. So great defense all around. We're going to force a field goal. And we will get back on offense. I assume he's going to make this. They can have all the field goals they want there. Let's see if we can have a nice clean drive again on this one. Let's see if Murphy can muster up something good here. Not a bad gain. Left hash, we haven't called curls yet. Zone nickel. We'll do something like this, perhaps. We'll leave that curl as is. Terrible throw by Gronke. Overshot it. Let's try angle. They're going man dime. And they're double teaming him. Let's do something like this. Perhaps. Let's see if Washington can get underneath it. Ah, just enough. He short-armed it. But great play by the wide receiver. Yeah, defender, he just stood there. Just didn't do much with that. We'll take it. Back on the left hash we go. Let's go back to tight end delay. We're going man. We have a good mismatch with Rackley over there. Throw that one to Larson. Oh, good play by Larson. Did he get the first? I think he did. First and 10, and that should be the end of the quarter. I don't think I'll get this playoff. I'd love to, but I don't think it's going to happen. 2-1, and that is it. 7-3, but I feel like we're in pretty good control of this game. And I hit the wrong button. We're going zone nickel here. Let's just call this right here. Get 5 yards out of that. I hit the wrong button. 2nd and 5. Let's go. Zig outs. Zone dime. We can have him do something like that. Just in case. Get the first down to Grant. Where are we? We're on the 7. Let's do a screen. We're going zone dime. I would love to run it here, but I think we have a good chance of getting some yards. Ah. Bad throw by Gronke. He's not having the best day in the world. He got bogged down on it. Slowed it down. So where are we? On the 8, we can probably get by running curl read. They're going man nickel. I'll go to Davis. We can leave it as is. Touchdown. I threw it a little early. I could have waited about another second. But good throw to Davis. Thankfully, both safeties came up. Otherwise, that free safety probably would have sat there. We will kick an extra point. And we will get back on defense. Kudos to Louisiana Tech. Had no real issues on that last drive. Quarterback played pretty well, slinging the ball around. I felt like I was out of position a couple of times too, trying to go for an interception. And this is going to be a terrible kick. Awful. I hit the button extremely late. I just barely scraped the button on that third time. So they're going to get the ball like at the 37. Whew. Let's go quarters out of nickel. We're going to do something like this. Good defense, Al. I didn't know who to defend, either him on the dig or the halfback, but we got it to work. Let's take a chance on a zone blitz from 4-3. I'm a little worried about
Ball on the 37-yard line. Kearney with 3 wide receivers.
the running back on this one.
Looks.
Intercept that. Good defense by the corner.
Picked off. They just couldn't capitalize on the bad.
3rd and 10. We'll just go cloud.
3rd and 10. Ball on their own 37. Kearney is back in the gun.
Going 5 wide, so pretty good chance it's going to be a pass play. Unless he decides to run it.
Kearney steps back to pass.
Ooh, good play. They didn't get the first, but I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, the defense did a great job of winning.
They're on the 44. We'll go with an all-out block. That way we don't have anything goofy happen on the back end. I hope they don't fake it. They're not going to. Good.
McMahon punts it, and it's a good one.
He's going to let that one go into the end zone.
Going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Not a lot of trouble scoring the last.
We can try a deep cross-up for the first time today.
Does the trick again. They'll get the ball.
Looks like they're going to give us a favorable matchup unless our right tackle struggles here.
Hawaii lines up in a bunch formation.
Good blitz, but
To the right.
much better throw. Good job, Gronke.
Tackle him. Wow.
Good play there. We are on the right hash. What haven't we called yet? I'm trying to think. We can go... let's go back to tight end streaks.
1st and 10.
Man, they really are loving going man against this play. They're bringing everybody.
He drops back. He's looking.
I hit the button way too late. That's good play, Rackley. 6 points.
10. Touchdown.
That was my fault. I hit the button way too late on it. He should have caught that in the end zone, but I got a hit as soon as I threw it. So we've stretched the lead. We'll kick an extra point and get back on defense.
And he hits the PAT. Let's take a glance now for Connie.
Good to see Rackley get involved a little bit now. I know that's a much better matchup than... I'm guessing that impact linebacker was on Grant, so I'd much rather go up against that weak corner with Rackley, and it worked out.
Kicks it off.
Again, just give your skill guys, one-on-one situations that they can handle.
Past the tackler. He jukes.
Good tackle there.
The defense did a nice job of shutting down this offense.
That's all you can ask for.
The offense was not clicking at all.
It's just put your offensive guys in good spots to make plays.
Comes out in the shotgun.
We'll do something like this. Ooh.
Someone got a hand.
So their quarterback outside of that one drive, he's struggling some.
I don't think it was a poor decision
Let's go quarters out of 3-4. Give our
by the man in coverage.
defensive tackles a bit of a break.
Wideouts.
Halfback draw.
The tailback.
I got caught on my own player.
Oliver brings him down.
I got stuck.
Pretty good run.
Incredible.
Even when I pinched the line, look at this gaping holes over here. Look at all that. I mean, where do you decide to run? I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3. He's got 4 different holes to go with. First and 10. We'll just go back to quarters out of nickel.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Again, I just feel so much more comfortable.
It's a direct snap.
In the 4-3. Now, I have a bad play like that, but they went halfback direct. All bets are off with that play.
Hey, this kid's a good-looking back. Let's see if they go to
We can try a zone blitz again.
1st and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line.
We can do something like this.
The Bulldogs come out in the H formation. Go get
Gets about 4 yards.
the halfback runs for 4 yards.
We'll go back to quarters. I'm just going to zone him to death. Eventually, he's going to throw an interception.
Louisiana Tech sets up with 4 receivers. They snap it to
Guess what? Halfback direct again. Good open field tackle, though.
the running back. Gets 2 on the carry.
And they're doing that. We can try cloud.
3rd and 4. Ball on the
I'll see if I can do a better job of getting after this guy.
There's a shift by the Keep it on the ground with a
Ah.
can't wrap him up. Adam with a takedown. Nice gain for the halfback.
That time they
Running back's doing his thing. It is what it is.
blocking was
Let's
great.
try quarters again.
Back was able to get into the open field and do some special things.
The defense comes up tight on the coverage. Setting up the play action.
Nobody's open. Somebody's going to...
Good protection.
Oh,
Throws it to
unless that guy is.
got it to
Jasmine didn't stay with him.
Louisiana Tech calls it.
So it's 2nd and 1. They're moving right down the field. Let's go cover 2 man.
And we take a quick look at the stats from within the red zone, brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters the most. The Bulldogs come out in a shotgun. Another run. And he's taken down.
I was able to draw him inside. It's 3rd and 1. They're doing that. I want to send... Let's do a monster 2. I don't know. They'll probably just run the ball here. I wouldn't blame them if they did.
The Bulldogs set up in the gun.
Good stop. 4th and 1. I'm going to call a timeout. They're going to go for a field goal. They can have it. So that was a good stop there. I just done a basic zone blitz with a couple guys coming through on the back end. And at that point, you're just taking a chance. I figured they was going to run the ball there.
Kick is up.
But they had a good stop.
Through the upright. This drive summary is brought to you from our good
But they're only down 2 scores. We're up 15. I'd love to be able to spend the rest of this minute 13 to go down the field and score a touchdown right before half, before we get the ball again
kicks it off.
and the start of the 3rd.
Washington fields it in the end zone.
So we got some
Ready to start another
field to cover.
to duplicate the results of the last one, which ended in a touchdown.
Let's go deep attack.
They'll take
They're
over.
going man nickel. They're doing that. Let's do something like this, maybe.
Back in the gun. They'll throw on first down. Steps up.
We can go to Rackley, and I need to get underneath that.
He got it.
Good catch there. They got us down the field really quickly. We don't have time to look at it. We'll go triangle.
This quarterback has in his
Going zone nickel.
to throw it downfield.
4 wide. They'll throw on first down. He tosses it short. Finds the true
Just
freshman.
get out of bounds.
Get 4
2nd and
yards on the
6.
play.
We can try. It's on the 29. I want to try corner strike.
2nd and
They're
6.
going man dime.
Ball at the 29.
We can do something like this.
With 4 wideouts. Drops back to pass. Looks. Throws. Got it. To the
Not a whole lot out of that, but we're going to call a timeout. 3rd and 3. We're going to go offensive line. We'll go tight end delay.
We get
They're going man 3-4.
on the 26-yard line.
I am... Well, we'll just leave it as is.
Shotgun. They'll throw for the first.
Wide open. Good deal.
Complete.
Let's get out of bounds. 44 seconds with 1 timeout to go.
Line coming into the football.
On the 18.
But you got to give credit to this quarterback. He
Let
really
me think here. Let's go...
making picture-perfect passes, and guys are catching everything. Already, he's got 3.
We can go curl read. That's fine.
Have a look at our Old Spice
They're going man. They're blitzing everybody right here.
zone. When performance
Let's do something like this with Grant.
matters, lines up with 6
Or let's do something like this with Davis.
throw again. Defense has him
Can he get it?
over the
Ah, great play.
he came
Somebody had to get it. That was good defense by the defender there. It looked like he had a good chance at it. Just somebody had to bring it down. Thankfully, it was Davis. That was just a better one-on-one situation than what was crowded on the other end. You go back and look. Everybody and their brother was on that side. So it just made sense to have a simple one-on-one situation right here. You can look right here. This may be my thumbnail of the day. Back out. And the safety or the corner, just he tried. Just not all that great. I wonder if I can get a decent, something like that may be pretty good. That looks like a pretty decent one. Okay. Well, we accomplished our goal. We got a touchdown right before half. We still left them 40 seconds to play with. And we'll kick an extra point.
This drive summary is brought to you from our good friend.
Let's try to finish strong defensively here.
Looks like they're ready for the kick.
Looks to be a strong kick. I hope it goes in the end zone. It will, but he will return it.
Womack fields it in the
My
end.
punter got annihilated on that one. You can tell our kickoff defense has been much better this season than in the past.
Offense did pick up 3.
I don't know what they're going to call here. 36 seconds. I don't know if they're going to try to get down the field
3 wideouts to
or
the right
what.
side. Turning, back to pass.
Good defense play right there. Good tackle.
Brings him down.
They're going to let that play go, so we're going to let it do that as well. Let's go dime man 2.
2nd and 8 coming up here.
I'll control a defensive or a safety.
The defense lines up with 6 DBs.
I'm guessing they are going to run the ball here. Maybe a direct. I need to pay attention on the left side here. Or they may go off tackle. They're going to pass.
Throw. He's looking.
Ooh, man, I almost had it picked off. 1st and 10, but that is the end of the half. 28-6. We'll take that any day of the week. We'll check out some stats and scores. Their passing game has done okay, but it's just not enough. Our defense is playing pretty well, keeping them out of the end zone. Holding them to field goals, we'll take that any day of the week. Now, you look at our passing, 16 of 17. It's been really firing on all cylinders, even though Gronky he's not been the most accurate today, but our wide receivers are bailing him out a few times. Both teams are keeping it clean. 3rd down has been a biggie. Their 3rd down is awful. Ours has been great. Of course, we've only had 1 attempt at that. You know your offense is doing pretty well when you've only had 1 3rd down attempt. We can look at the individual stats. I just want to check out the receiving. Looks like everybody's got to touch the ball a couple of times. Washington is having a great day. Grant Davis has a couple touchdowns. Rackley has 97 yards and a touchdown. Pretty good stuff. Offense is really driving. Haven't had to run the ball much either.
And the teams are lined up to start.
But our passing game is so efficient this season.
Kicks it off.
Just going to be a tough out for any defense we go up against.
Fields it in the end zone.
That's a face mask. Not going to call it.
Again for this
We are on the right hash.
another drive.
I want to go back to a screen.
They'll go to work.
Zone dime. Let's see if we can make this play work again. It didn't work all that well last time.
Lines up in the shotgun. Complete.
Not the best.
He breaks free.
He got bogged down a little bit again,
Decent pickup that time.
but he picked up almost 10 yards.
Got their best. If they can connect on these intermediate patterns,
We can stay here and go halfback out or go in zone dime.
2nd and less than a yard.
What we can try to do is
Hawaii sets up
run the ball.
receiver. Bounces off the would-be tackler. Brought down.
Good play there.
Up big yards there, and he
We're in the middle of the field. We can go back to deep cross up.
job in reading his blocks and
They're going man.
the hole.
They never go cover 0 when they go man against this play. For whatever reason, they just don't. We'll keep it pretty simple here.
shotgun set. Looking.
Ah, he stopped. Why did my receiver stop? Did he get caught on something? What was that? Look at this. I think what happens when you audible or hot route to an out route, he'll stop. He doesn't keep on going, so I probably threw it too late. So I'll take the blame on that one. 2nd and 10. Let's go corners.
It's 2nd down and 10 to
They're
go.
going zone nickel.
39.
We can leave it as is.
Four receivers. He drops back. Across
Just good defense. Not a very good throw. He had to come back for it.
him over the century mark in yards.
I'd say that's a pretty good day's work, wouldn't you guys?
Absolutely.
We can try a deep attack.
3rd down.
Man dime.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Looks like I'll leave it as is.
From the gun. Back to pass. Looks. Over the middle.
Ah.
Drops it.
Now, coach,
He dropped it, but wasn't a very good throw.
look it in and catch it.
He tried to catch it. It just bounced right off his hands.
Maybe they ought to get him.
Just wasn't a very good throw. So Gronk,
in practice. That'll at least get him used to catching bullets.
his percentage is good, but as we've all seen so far today, he's struggling in some spots. I'm going to try to kick this as far as I can.
Jackson punts it, and it's a good one.
I'm going to stay back. Somebody get a tackle.
Takes it at the 12 with the
Good hit. There you go.
with a monster hit. And now we'll see the offense come out of the field for their next.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get any points on that drive.
They'll set up shop at the 18. The Bulldogs.
So we'll get back on defense. See if we get a stop here.
On the ground with a tailback.
Ah, look at this.
Moss with a
First down, and we got a player hurt. Adrian Moss, our top corner, his shoulder.
He's a tough athlete. I think we'll see him back in this game.
Hope he's right. Now they're going 5 wide. Let's go quarters.
First and 10. Ball on the 29. 6 DBs in the lineup. They'll throw on first down. And that
Bad throw. We'll take it. 2nd and 10. We'll do quarters from nickel this time since they
second and 10.
added back a halfback.
Yard line. Kearney is back in the gun.
I'm going to stay in just in case. Play action. Ah, dang it. Just can't get in front of it. I'm just having a bad day trying to get in front of these passes to try to pick them off.
Offensive line protected just long enough.
They're going with a bigger set. This is our chance to maybe do some type of blitz. Well, maybe not.
Two tight ends here. He drops back. He's under
Sack. I got my own sack from the defensive tackle position.
fella gets a sack.
Well, for being such a hog
Wasn't expecting that.
better than I thought.
Oh yeah, Turk, you didn't call him hog volley when you saw him at the hotel.
Second and
We can go
10.
quarters.
This is the 5th play of this drive. Louisiana Tech comes out in the shotgun.
Need to get a good stop here to force a 3rd and long.
Steps up. He's looking.
Wide open.
Left. Shakes off a tackle. They'll bring him down.
I like
Like we saw at the beginning of the game, their passing attack was one of the best in the country, and they're showing it some today.
The offense just executed, and the result.
When their quarterback has time to throw,
Impact receiver.
he's going to find somebody open, I guess.
They'll throw on first down. Throws. And
Good open field tackle.
with a takedown. It'll go down as a completion, but they won't get much for it.
yeah, just a wasted play right there.
We can stay in quarters. Again, just keep everything in front of us. Eventually, I'm going to pick one off.
The Bulldogs set up in the gun. Back to pass. Looking. Rolls to the left. Watch the throw outside.
They're just slowly going right down the field, just chipping away at it. 3rd and 3. This is, I don't know who the coach was back at this time. It very well could have been, Skip Holtz just recently got fired from Louisiana Tech. He was there for 9 seasons. Ah, come on. First down.
That line came off the ball and just kept their feet moving and knocked them back. Good block.
Speaking of, I have no clue who Louisiana Tech is going to hire. I don't know who LSU. Looks like Florida's going to hire Billy Napier unless something changes there. Everybody, Lincoln Riley turned down the LSU job. At least he kind of said, no, I'm not going to do it. Stop asking. Wow, I'm just having a bad day in the passing game defensively. I'm just in bad spots. Just not my day
Sizes up
with that.
well, and then gets the
Some days I do well with it, others not so much.
Red zone numbers. Red zone.
Let's see if they do an off-tackle play right here.
The most. They come out with 3 wide receivers.
Play action.
Up in the pocket.
Touchdown. Wow, good play. Good job by the quarterback. He's playing good.
That was a well
28-12. They're going to go for 2 here.
Something upstairs. It led to a touchdown.
We'll go with the basic.
Going there. Very impressive.
The Bulldogs line up in a goal line formation.
Basic defense right here. Play action.
Kearney sets up the play action. Caught it.
Just bad.
Conversion is good. And now
At least Moss is back.
drive summary.
So they're putting up their points, but good to see their passing game do well. That's one of the issues I had with the 07. Just the CPU passing was just never any good consistently. It's been pretty steady.
Murphy fields it.
It's always been steady in this game.
The coach gave his offense
All right, back in the middle of the field. We can try deep cross up again.
Forget they had some things clicking the last time out. He's probably just reminding them to finish the job this time.
from the gun.
Good protection.
Rolls to the right. Wants to throw.
Ah, just enough. I thought it was a little overshot there, but great play by everybody. Washington, just enough. Back on the right hash. Let's go. Back the triangle. Zone nickel.
Oh, yeah, I helped him set some records for busted ribs. When I sent him over the middle, I'd put it a little bit too high. But we don't need to talk about that right now.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Great play by Grant. Good for him. Get some yards there. Great throw. The guy went for the swat again. Those out routes, they can be effective if they go for the swat. We're on the 23. Let's go streaks again.
It's 1st and 10.
We're going zone 4-3. We were 3-4. We'll bring over
One man back.
Davis, or I guess it's Washington.
He drops back. Looks. He's going right. And it's
Get about 5 there, maybe 6.
defense gave them on that play.
Yeah, you're right.
On the 18.
Getting that pass completed for positive
What can we call? We can go back to Curl Reed.
And since we're in the red
Zone dime, I may audible to a run here.
red zone, when performance matters the most. Their last trip down
Something like this.
success. Let's see if
Nope.
this one will result in another touchdown.
I didn't get the first.
Brings him down. The halfback gets the call.
3rd and inches. I'm going to call the same play and we'll adjust accordingly.
It's 3rd and
We're going man dime.
5th play of the current drive.
I'm going to leave it as is because we got a good man beater on the left.
Has 4 receivers lined up here. They'll throw again. Defense hasn't stopped.
I almost got sacked. Somebody came through. My right guard goofed up. He defended the wrong guy. Blocked the wrong guy, I should say. So I had to move to my left a little bit. Kind of spooked me. I had time right here. I could have waited. Thankfully, Davis got around just in time to make the catch.
Wonderful play call.
So where are we? We're on the 6-yard line. I want to try corners again. I think we're too close to this. They're going zone, so it's not going to make a difference. If they was going to go man, I was going to try to go to Grant in the corner.
Hawaii comes to the line. Only one man in the backfield.
Ooh, that was...
And that one probably should have been picked.
it should have been picked off. I agree.
Get around that receiver. Somebody else had to be open.
Let's go curl flats. And they're going zone dime, so I may just audible to a run.
Hawaii goes with the ace set here.
Oops, wrong one. Picked the wrong play.
Scruggs
This fumble.
lays it out.
Great defense by the impact linebacker. So we're on the 7. Let's go curls. This is going to get interesting. Hopefully I can get the... Let's see what happens here.
Come out in a nickel. Drops back to pass. He'll dump this one off. The senior makes
Oh, great play by Washington. Wasn't expecting the little guy to make a play like that. Just ran through a couple of guys. Good play. We will kick an extra point. Good that we got a touchdown back. Things could have got interesting if I was only be able to get a field goal there because their offense is starting to move on us a bit. Half of it's my fault. And I just can't get any of these, get in good position to pick any of these passes off.
everyone's all lined up and ready for the
So this 4th quarter could be quite fun.
kicks it off.
That's going out of bounds, isn't it? Nope, he's going to take it.
Hicks takes it from the 6. At the 30.
Good return. Got it to the 35.
Out onto the field after that kick.
We can try. I'm going to do cover 2 man for a while.
They'll get the ball here.
Our quarters is getting eaten alive, so we can just adjust.
One man backfield.
Play action.
Setting up the play action. Throws it to the outside.
Good stop by the linebacker.
Nice pass. Just wasn't caught.
They're going. Let's go cover 2 man at a nickel.
Catch the easy ones.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 35. The Bulldogs come out.
You do
short
something
and
like
wide.
this. Halfback draw.
Hands it off. Sheds that one.
Took a couple hits, but he went down. So it's 3rd and long.
Line of scrimmage, but not much more.
And that is end of the 3rd quarter. We're up 3 scores.
The end of 3. Our score. Hawaii 35.
Let's see if we can finish strong.
14.
Do not forget,
10. Ball on their own 35.
stay to the end of the video. We'll see if we get a commitment or two. That way we can free up those points and maybe go after one other guy.
Set to go to the air. He's
Ah,
looking.
great play by the freshman.
Oh, what an interception.
Great. I had a fumble. I guess I wasn't supposed to juke. I don't know.
I'm going to tell you something. This guy is
It's a shame. I guess I shouldn't have juked. I mean, the juke shouldn't have had anything to do with it, but I guess it did. Great play, but just coughed it up. Ended up being a pretty good play for them. Gained yards out of the whole thing.
44. Kearney is back in the gun. He drops back, steps up, looking over the middle.
Fumble. They're going to give it right back to us.
Moss with a recovery.
Just don't fumble it. So that's Moss is number 3. Who's number 4? Adams. Adams is number 4. I should know my own players.
Defender made a nice play to jar.
Oh, goodness. Let's go back to a screen.
They'll start this drive at the 50.
That was a weird sequence of events.
Hawaii lines up in a shotgun.
That screen has not worked much today at all.
Had his man, but he dropped it.
and no
Let's do direct. Since they've called it a few times, we can do it ourselves. They're going man dime.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 50. Hawaii.
We can bring Rackley over.
And the snap goes to the back. He has some room.
Get a first down there.
Down. How about the job of this offensive line, guys?
Feels good to run the ball. I tell you what, next Dynasty, we will run the ball a whole lot more. I'll probably make it more balanced somehow, some way.
how long they can keep this up.
I miss running the ball. But this offense doesn't really require it too much. So I think they're going man here. I think what I'm going to do is do this.
This defense better be careful. The quarterback is in the zone and really
Good
feels
pass. Good catch by Rackley.
Way to look it in. Nice catch.
Sure was.
We are on the right hash still.
There, now we're looking at a first
Let's
down.
go curl flats. I think I'm going to hit a curl route. It's on my mind. Now they're going man here. So I may do something like this.
The Warriors line up with 4 wide out. Looks, throws it to the outside.
Good throw to Rackley. The curl routes can be connected. Again, they're almost too easy in 07, 08, all the way up through 11. But the curl routes are way more unpredictable in 06. But if you time it right, and if it's just a good throw, it's going to be a good throw. Good yardage there. Good way to pick up a solid 10 yards. We're on the 10-yard line. Let's go. I'm going to go with a run play. We're going to go with Washington.
Old Spice red zone numbers. Red zone, when performance matters the most. In the red zone again.
We're going to do something like this.
Touchdown. Got an opening.
Didn't get in. Was hoping. Second and goal. We'll just bounce this thing in for a touchdown. Let's go slam. I don't need to get too fancy here. I don't feel like padding stats either. I just don't care enough.
Hawaii
Those stats will come naturally.
on the ground with the tailback. The half
And looks like we've got this taken care of. I will put in mass subs for the second team offense. We'll do that for the defense because their first team offense will stay out here. So we will do the same.
and he hits the PAT. Let's take a glance now from Pontiac drive.
But again, our offense is just really good. Our passing game is very nice and tight, very efficient. If you're going to run any type of shoot-based passing attack, turn a home field advantage off and use option routes. I mean, that's essentially what you're doing with those hot routes.
Womack fields it at the 2.
Uh-oh. Somebody stop it. There you go.
Let's watch this defense and how aggressive they are. They were able to
4 wide. Let's go back to man. Let's run some more cover 2.
go in for the kill.
Take it easy, coach. You're getting excited.
Hey, that's right, sweetheart. I'm always excited.
The Bulldogs come out in the shotgun. He steps up. He's
I goofed up on that one. I was in a bad spot. Great catch.
with a take.
He threw it off his back foot, too.
Defense that was called. They just didn't make the play on the ball.
You're right. It wasn't necessarily bad defense.
We'll stay in dime.
Executed.
It's been so long since I've ran dime.
First and 10. Ball right around midfield. Louisiana Tech comes to the line. Only one man in the backfield. Kearney gives it up the middle. He jukes him.
Good stop there by Higgins.
The halfback runs for 4 yards.
Now they're going 3 wide. Let's do quarters out of 3-4.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 46. The Bulldogs line up with 3 wide.
Halfback draw. Good stop there.
Pickup of a yard for the
By, it wasn't Doherty. That may have been Jasmine. Not really sure. Been running this Dynasty for 4 seasons. I still don't know my own players. We're going to do something like this. I may go to the outside of this tackle.
Kearney drops back, steps up in the pocket, looking, throws.
Ah, good defense. He got his hand on it just at the last second. They're going to go for this, and they can do that as much as they want. We'll still, let's go cloud again. We'll just call the same play.
They have to try to convert here. Drops back to pass.
See if I can get around him.
He's going right.
Good defense. That's why you get tall corners. Now, Murphy isn't very tall, but you got to remember he's got one of the best jump ratings in the game. I think it's like a 98 or something. Just incredible. Let's go back and run some more curl flats. Actual curls. Don't have to do any outs. They're going man nickel. We can make an adjustment if we want to. Like we can go right here to Washington in case. But they're going 1 high. Curl route, unpredictable. It makes things interesting at least when you call those.
I don't care. That was some impressive arm strength.
Let's go tight end delay.
2nd and 10.
Zone 3-4. Don't know if Farmer's going to... We'll go to Washington anyways. Get about 6 yards there. 3rd and 4. We can go curls and try to pick up the first down. They're going zone dime.
It's 3rd down and 4 to go.
Ooh. We'll just go for it here. We'll just go for a pass. I would love to run it. Too late now. I was almost wanting to audible to it. And the clock isn't even going. Why am I waiting? Took my time on that one. Didn't have to. Are they going to give us the first? We'll take that. Let's go right here and go QB choice. Let's do some off-tackle stuff. And, of course, they go with a 7-man box. I would love to move, like, Washington over to help with an extra blocker. I mean, we can try it, but I think it's going to shift some of those linebackers. Oh, it didn't. He didn't get any good blocking. Just stood right there. I was hoping he'd get a block right there on that linebacker, and he didn't.
Short little gain there, just trying to keep that clock running.
Keep that clock running.
I want to try off tackle from gun normal.
2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter.
I may have to cut this one up a little bit more vertically. Since they're going 3-4 and zone.
3 wide outs here.
I will let that clock roll. Get down to a few seconds. Something like that. Now, we didn't get much yards, but I did see a crease. Because, again, 3-4. There's going to be a hole somewhere. Always is. So it's 3rd and 6. I want to go back. Let me look here. Quick slants. I haven't called cross in forever because it's not the best for our type of offensive line. They're going man. This halfback swing route isn't the best in the world.
They come out in a nickel.
I might see Washington get over the top again. I think they're going man. Yep. Good throw. He dropped it. It was a good throw, but better defense, I guess. I'll just go ahead and punt it. We'll put our 2nd string defense in there while we're at it. No point in getting anybody hurt. Let's get our subs in there. Where's this guy at? Look where he's sitting. Oh, no. I butchered this. Dang it. Awful. I hit the button way too late. Man. And that was a golden opportunity to see something interesting there. And it didn't happen. Let's go cover 2 out of 3-4.
Kearney drops back on first down. Looks across.
Should have been picked off. Good defense, Al.
He's lucky that pass fell innocently to the turf.
2nd and 10.
Full coverage on that one.
We'll stay in the same play. That's fine.
Better.
2nd and 10. Ball on their own 24. Kearney comes to the line with 3 wide.
Who is on the tight end? Nobody's on the tight. Oh, yes, this is the quarterback play. That's why. Good defense.
Louisiana Tech.
3rd and 17. I don't have the bodies for it, do I? Let's go Cloud.
Passing situation.
Yeah, we're okay at corner.
Ball on the 17.
Thought we'd be hurting there, but we're not.
Louisiana Tech comes out in the shotgun. Back to pass. He steps up.
And defense being got annihilated here. Oh, thank the Lord he dropped it. All right, they're going to punt it. We're going to get the ball back, and we're going to end this thing. I'm going to do an all-out block just to see if something goofy will happen. Probably won't. Normally doesn't in this game. Just punt blocking it's super hard unless... We've seen a couple close ones this season, but I guess you got to take one of them over. Ooh, man, he had a chance right there. Should have took him over. I'm going to fair catch that. You go back and look at this. I guess if I would have hit the circle button to get to the closest guy to the ball, I maybe would have had a chance, because if he would have started jumping right there, I mean, it's possible he could have gotten that. That's something I got to work on. What we can do, where are we? We're in the middle of the field. Let's go. Let's pass some more.
They'll set up shop at the 35-yard line.
They're going man.
Hawaii in a 4-wide.
Do something like this.
They'll throw on first down. Throws it.
Should have been caught.
Dropped by the
I need to run the ball. Let's just go slam so we can run clock.
2nd and 10. Ball
You can feel it. We're just not going to get much going on these drives. So we'll let Cox run it.
on the give. Got some open field.
Good little play there. Messed up that safety. He went to the outside, so I stopped, and he got stuck on his own defender. No, he got stuck right there.
That's when you go to the air, my friend. Over the top.
Now from here, what can we call? Let's go slot clear out. I haven't called this in forever.
It's 1st and 10.
They are going man.
Fox. The Warriors.
Depending on what that linebacker does, I'd love to go to G. Mullen over the middle. We can have Colt get a few yards more before we end this thing.
Brennan back to throw. Looking. Down the
Good throw.
finds a man. Spin move.
Good throw to G. Mullen.
Way to look it in. Nice catch.
Sure was. He displayed
And
some great hands there. Now we're looking at a first down.
we can go back to corners. And we're not going to get this ball off in time.
On the 28-yard line.
2, 1. All right, that is it. That was fun. Good, solid win. Again, make sure you stay to the end of the video. We're going to see if we get a couple commitments. Let's look at some stats. Their passing game done halfway decent, 17 of 29, but they just didn't have enough talent to keep up with us. Our offense, especially the passing game, played extremely well. Turnovers, we had that all 3 of those turnovers happen on that same drive, which is very rare to have 3 turnovers in one setting. I want to go to box score. Oh, no, we can look at the individual stats. That's fine. Receiving, Washington had 10 touches. Grant was 6. Grant didn't get any touchdowns, though. That's 2 games in a row he didn't. But, again, I'm not trying to force it. I'm just going whoever I need to go to get the points. And in this case, Washington had a couple. Davis had a couple. And Rackley had the best game of the season for him. So good to see that. Defensively, LeFew, I'm here to tell you, this kid's a real deal. We're starting to see him being at the top of the stat sheet about every game now. Led in tackles. Ingram had 2 tackles for loss. We get a couple sacks, Scruggs and Ingram. And we got an interception by the true freshman against Steve Murphy, but he fumbled it right afterwards. Let's get out of here. Looks like we didn't need our left tackle today. He can play next week, whoever we're going up against. We're going back out of here. We're going to simulate week 6. We're going to speed it up. Get those 2 commitments, and I'll use those 100 points, and we'll put them on somebody else. More than likely, that other defensive tackle, if he could just hold on for 1 more week. If not, then whatever. So there we go. We picked up the 2 guys we've been going after. We put 50 points on each, and look how quickly they were ready to take a visit. It also helped that they liked our pitches, but still, you show them enough love, this is what's going to come from it. So 5-star Tyree Glover, and then 4-star Antonio Russell. They're going to be great Pac-10 players, because I'm here to tell you, this is my last year in the WAC. If we don't get invited, I'll force it. So we got New Mexico State coming up. Before we get to that, I want to go to in-state recruiting. And like I said, we're down to these 4 guys. Oh, no, the defensive tackle. Wait, okay, my bad. Glover and Russell, we already had them committed. That defensive tackle, he decided to back out of that. So we got 2 of these guys we can go after. We can either go after Stephen Holmes. Again, his arm, it doesn't fit what we want to do. I wish it was a little bit better. Otherwise, I'd go after him. But you go back and look here, quarterback, we're okay there. He's a lefty. I'd love to have him, but he just can't throw good enough for me. But the guard, I'll gladly take. Do we have a chance of going after him? 6'2". And we got a positive pitch. You look here. He likes Honolulu, wouldn't mind living there for the next few years. So let's just take our chance to put all 100 points on this guy. I'd love to put on the quarterback, but unless you guys want me to, I don't know. That's just going to be tough. I'd love to be able to use him, but it just doesn't fit what we're trying to do. Something to think about. The 2 to 3 people who are still watching the end of this, you can decide if you want me to go after this guy or not. Again, it's going to be tough to run any shoot with that guy because he can't throw worth a lick. He can throw it far, which is a good part of the shoot, but he needs to be accurate as well. But he can run. I don't know. For now, we'll put 100 points on bowling. And in the next Dynasty video, we will take on New Mexico State, another pass-happy team. You look at there. Top 2 passing attacks in the country. They are smoking it in the passing game. 473 yards. Of course, Hal Mummy was the coach there. They got the number 1 offense in the country, total offense. Their defense, they got the top pass. Oh, that's us. Woo, that's great. Oh, well, I'm tired. I got to look on the right side. There you go, Al. They got the number 2 passing offense in the country, and, of course, a top 10 offense overall. 2 worst rushing attacks in the country. Of course, when you throw all day, you're not going to be able to run the ball much with that. Should be a whole lot of fun, so come on back, and I'll talk to you later.